Some they call it functional alcoholism, but if you know anything about Ben, he's got vision with precision, microphones and a tinkle of derision. You're about to hear what beer can be. It's time for Barley and Me.
My name is Garin. I'm a TikTok Shop affiliate, TV host, comedian, and sometimes actor. And this is why I drink Thai iced tea.
With Ben Rice. Hey, Garin, thanks so much for doing it. We're actually here at Auburn Thai Garden because you're not from here. You're from LA. You're from Florida, really.
From Florida, live in LA.
You don't know where to get a good a good Thai iced tea.
Yes, I
in
don't.
Sacramento. So you did our show last night at Moxa Brewing in Rockland, and now I'm like, we should come up to Auburn Thai Garden, which has the same ownership group, so it made sense.
I love it. I'm getting all the love from the same people, which I love.
Yeah. So what do you like about a Thai iced tea?
What I like about Thai iced tea is it has that make you feel good type feeling, you know, like it has the iced tea, but then you add the milk, which I recently didn't know that milk is what you add to it until recently. And it just has that like feel good at home type feel. Like I imagine that is something that like, you know, people who are a Thai like that, like that's just like their feel good drink, you know? And it just tastes amazing too.
Yeah. So are you a sweet iced tea guy or a regular iced tea guy?
Sweet iced tea.
Okay.
So it makes sense that a Thai iced tea would fit what I like, you know?
Yeah. Okay, what did you think the milk was initially?
That's a great question. You know, it's one of those things you just don't think about. You just don't think about.
You're like, it's a cultural thing. It's a thing that we don't drink out here that they have that's going to give us consistency.
I didn't know if it was like coconut juice or something. I didn't know what it was. And then I was at a Thai restaurant and I saw them pouring the milk and I was like, oh my gosh. Boom. Mind exploded.
So you making them at home now or no?
No. It's I like when I purchase it from somewhere, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a delicacy. I try not to drink sugary things too often, so it's like a nice delicacy when I do go out to a Thai spot.
Okay, so it's like a nice little treat, dessert type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But are you like, do you drink it for the caffeine? Is that also part of it?
No.
I
just
like
love the taste.
Okay.
It tastes good, and it goes perfect with Thai food.
Yeah.
So it's great.
So you're a Thai food guy. What's your...
Thai is like tied, not to be punny. Thai is tied with like one or two other types of food. I love Thai that much. It is like up there for me.
Okay. But what do you like about it? What are your dishes? What kind of like, what do you look for flavor wise?
Yeah, what do I like about it? I think that I like the tastiness of the tastiness is a word, right?
Yeah.
Tastefulness.
No, tastefulness is a different word. That's a different word.
Yeah. I was like tastiness is a word.
Yeah.
The former professor here, like trying to figure out my words. I like the tastiness of the noodles. I'm a big Pad Thai and Pad See guy, and their noodles are just so flavorful.
Yeah.
And so I love that aspect of it. And then the protein, you know, whether you're getting chicken or pork or even shrimp or whatever, it just tastes so good. It just comes together well.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, since we're at a Thai, what about your heat levels? What are your heat levels at?
I am not spicy.
You're not a spicy guy.
Dude, if I get like anything above medium, my stomach is a wreck that night, the next day, and maybe the day after that. So I am not a spicy person. I get medium or less.
Yeah, I am a spicy person, but as age comes in, I can't handle it the same way. Like now I would be a wreck tomorrow, the day after, but I'm still gonna do it. So like I like it, but I turn red immediately. I don't even need it to be spicy. I just need it to be hot. I'm sweating. Like my tongue gets fat. It thickens up like in anticipation. My body's like, don't do this. I'm like, I'm going to do it.
So you don't mind hurting yourself a little bit. You don't mind hurting yourself.
Big glutton for pain over here. Yeah.
They love that for you.
Thank you. So, all right. So you're a TikTok shop guy?
Yes, I'm a TikTok shop guy, yeah.
What is that?
All right. Do you know anything about TikTok shop?
I mean, I imagine I have a concept in my head of like, you're like, hey, I'm doing my fun TikToks. By the way, I've got this thing I'm wearing or this thing I'm using. Here's this drink. I've got this Thai iced tea made at Auburn Thai Garden.
Well, TikTok said, hey, we're going to get into the e-commerce game. So just like Facebook with Facebook Marketplace, you know, And Instagram, you can buy things as well. It's just not as expansive as TikTok Shop. So TikTok said, we're going to basically create our own Amazon. However, it needs to be integrated with our platform.
Yeah.
Instead of just like being an Amazon, we're going to integrate it with content. So TikTok Shop is basically e-commerce marketplace where you can buy things and creators create the videos that bring attention to those products. And at first, I was very anti TikTok Shop. I was like, what is... I was big on TikTok in 2019, even before the pandemic. Got away from it a little bit because I was on a reality show and just got busy with life and didn't prioritize TikTok. Yeah. So I'm getting back on it in 2024, and I'm like, what is this nonsense? Like, what is this? 2023. The end of 2023 it's crazy how time flies.
Yeah.
And like November or December of 23, I was like, what is this nonsense? Why are you selling to people? No.
Yeah.
Months later, I leave my job, my 6-figure tech job, and I started doing what's called user-generated content, where you reach out to brands, pitch them to get free products to promote the products, promote the brand, whatever it may be. And I hated it. I just didn't like it. I was like, man, I'm like pimping myself out to these brands for weeks at a time just to make $200. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? And then TikTok Shop, it was like, wait, that's kind of UGC, but I could just make the videos.
Yeah.
I could just make the videos. I don't have to ask them for the products. I could just make the videos. And you're telling me I get a commission for every sale as opposed to like, I just get $200 and then whatever. So I was like, let me try TikTok Shop. I tried it. It was cool. I didn't like it. It was like, man, I'm losing followers. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point I was like, I have been neglecting TikTok for 3-4 years now. Like, why do I care who unfollows me?
Right.
Like, I've been neglecting them for 4 years. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't I lose followers?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me dive in. And I dove in, and I actually loved it once I gave it a shot.
Okay.
And now I'm a high earner on TikTok Shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
No one cares what I'm doing. That's a very important part of my brand is no one cares what I'm doing. So I'm like, I couldn't possibly do that. Is the reason I'll never do it.
Yeah. Hey, it's a very lucrative opportunity if you really dive into it.
Yeah.
And I'm my own boss. Here I am, stress-free doing this podcast in the middle of the week because I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
And I make my own rules, my own life, my own schedule. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for, especially right now.
Yeah.
Is like, I want to have that full control. I'm not at the whim of somebody else. It's like, yeah, there's always that offset of like, well, I'm going to have a bad month. What do I do with a bad month, right?
Right.
I think there's a lot of panic on that for a lot of people. How do you deal with the what about a bad month?
When I have a bad month?
What do you do? Like, how do your mindset for that?
That's a good question because it's so, working in entertainment, it's so easy to have a bad month. I just remind myself that I'm doing what I love. You're doing what you love, and you could be doing what you hate.
Yeah.
Doing what you hate and making money, to me, is worse than doing what you love and not making that much money.
Yeah.
So I remind myself, you're doing what you love, and the ups and downs are not so bad. You know, being up all the time, you lose that perspective.
Yeah.
So having a down month, you're like, okay, you know, just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
And like, because this month was down, most likely next month is going to be up.
Yeah.
So we're up. And that mentality helps me out so much. Like, because this week, this month, this day is bad, the next one is most likely going to be up.
Yeah, I'm due for it.
Right. Even if it's up just a little bit, that's still better than what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah. And you're constantly running around. Your host stuff. I thought you'd been doing comedy 5-6 years. It turns out you have not been doing comedy 5 or 6 years.
I've been doing comedy for about a year and 8 months, give or take.
Yeah. That's gross. It's gross and I don't like it.
Tell me more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're like waiting for me.
No, I think, like we talked about like you come from a background of performance, of being on stage, of like having to maintain an energy in a room, and that I find most people that have that history do very well with comedy, right? Because it's a lot of bravado.
Yes.
Right? Same thing, people that have writing careers, like, they'll have the jokes, but they won't have the stage presence. Whereas if you have the stage presence, the jokes will come. Like, you'll figure that part out. And people that write, they're like, the jokes are there, and you'll figure out how to deliver them, right? So those two worlds, I think, are always going to be the ones you see ascend fastest.
Yeah.
Because you've got a large part of that skill set already in practice.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I dropped out of college at a writing program. So, and I stopped writing when I dropped out. So I'm like, I was behind the 8 ball on that. I'm like, and I was not particularly a gregarious person. So I'm like, I don't have a lot of stage presence, So I came in blind, kind of.
Where did you go to college and why did you drop out?
I went to Minnesota State University, Moorhead.
Okay.
In the Hall of Fame, Kevin Sorbo, that's a thing you can't be proud of anymore. He only went for a semester, but he was on the track team. I went for 2 semesters, so I'm twice as good as Kevin Sorbo. No, I dropped out just money. I was like, you know what? I looked at the numbers, and I'm like, this isn't worth it to me. Like I went initially in music production was my initial major, and it was 125 credits. And every class was maybe 2 credits.
That's crazy.
So it's like you got to take like 65 classes of music, intense music. And I'm like, I'm not even playing instruments. I'm literally just twiddling knobs, making sure they sound good. It was 125 credits, and I had to be more proficient in music playing than any actual instrumental degree. I had to be proficient in 3 instruments plus piano. And I'm like, I am proficient in no instruments walking in the door.
Right.
But I know how to make things sound good. That's what I want to do. I want to make things sound good. I want to give ideas to people who are stuck in I think I can do that. And that's what I want to learn how to do, is just really nail down this knob twiddling. They're like, nah.
Yeah, you're like,
And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'm like, all these classes are 2 credits.
Yeah.
1 credit. This is like a 10-year degree. I'm not, and there's no money in production by this point, And so I'm like, I'm out. I'm not going to do that. So I went back in. I'm like, well, what could I be here for? That makes sense to me. I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, well, I like writing.
Yeah.
So I go through all the things. I'm like, I'm always so good at English. I can do math. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm good at it.
So that's when you switched to writing?
Yeah, it was also the lowest number of credits available. It was that in history had the lowest number of credits. 42.
Sometimes you just got to get through.
42
Sometimes
credits.
at college you just got to get through.
Yeah, but to me, I'm like, it's because they want you to learn all the other stuff. So they're like, these are what you got to do, but the rest of the time, do your other stuff. And I'm like, I like that. But then I was like, also, I had a meeting during my second semester with the counselor or whatever you call him. I forget the name every single time.
Yeah, guidance counselor or career coach or whatever.
Yeah, they're in charge of the department. They take on students. Like, let's see how you're doing. He's like, I've pulled all of your things you've written for all your English classes so far. You're really good at this. Like, there is nothing we're going to teach you that you do not already know. We're just going to make you do it.
Yeah. That's a high praise.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, if I already know it, I'll just do it on my own. I'm out. Also, I did not pay for the semester, so no. And then I just stopped writing. But, whatever. It is what it is.
Now you're back writing.
Yeah. You find your ways, Like, I did music review and journalism for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you find your stuff. And then now I'm, like, just writing jokes.
Hey, it's a fun life.
Yeah.
It's a fun life being a comic. It's tough, but fun.
Yeah. And it's fun to, like, every once in a while, like, that's a really well-written thing that, like, a younger me could be proud of.
Yes, exactly.
Like, even if I let this thing kind of atrophy a little bit, it's still there when I need it.
Writing a joke that lands is the most electrifying feeling. You're like, holy crap, I thought of that, and that landed. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have that... what was that first moment like when you had like a joke that you wrote that did well? You're like, I've been on stage. People have, cheered for me before, but this is different. Like what?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was?
Yeah. So going from when you're a host and an MC, your job is to make sure everything runs smooth. Your job is to make sure you don't fuck up the show.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily the talent. You're not talent.
Right.
But you're not considered talent.
Yeah.
You're introducing the speaker. You're introducing the main event, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not the main event.
Yeah.
You're not the talent. And so Not saying I want to be the center of the universe, but like after a while, you're like, man, I want to perform. I want to have some type of skill set that is praised, and I just didn't know what that would be. So when I got into comedy, it was like, wow, like I'm actually the performer now. I'm the one being introduced. I'm the one,
that people are paying attention to.
Yeah.
I'm not the transition piece.
I'm not the transition piece.
Yeah.
I'm not the master of ceremony, just making sure everything's smooth. Because the job as the host is to make sure nothing's fucked up. It's not to like, as the comic, your job is to fuck
keep it on
up.
schedule.
And I love
keep it on
that.
schedule.
Yeah. Right. Keep it on schedule, whatever. And I like being that person that's like, fuck this shit up,
Yeah.
And so I was terrified of comedy. And I mentioned to you earlier that being a TV host, my ultimate goal is to be a game show host. My ultimate goal is to host Family Feud or something like Big Brother or, any type of game show, competition show, dating show, I would love to host. And being in Hollywood, it's hard to be a host if you don't have some type of other skill set that's going to help brand you.
Yeah.
And so people kept saying, try stand-up, try stand-up, try stand-up. And I was like, no, I'm terrified. No. And I did. And I took this intro course. So it was a one-day intro course. And there was this teacher that helped me write this joke about my feet. Like, growing up was embarrassing because my feet are bleach white. I'm black. As you can see, I'm black, y'all. I'm blacker than black. I'm black. And so being a black man with very white feet, people call it out all the time. And it's embarrassing, So comedy is drawn from pain.
Yeah.
Not from, like, pleasure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can draw comedy from anything, but
it's mostly
pain,
embarrassment.
Mostly embarrassment, hardship, struggle.
Yeah.
That is the best type of
But
comedy.
like somebody else has also dealt with this, and that's what makes it relatable.
That is what makes it relatable, and it's the best type of content.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, well, what do I really? So at this comedy course, I just wrote down my white feet joke. I'm embarrassed about my white feet. These aren't my shoes. These are my feet. I have to be wearing white shoes. Yeah. And then I just talk about how white my feet are. Like, I can get into the bathroom in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Things that are very white. And that joke, there were like the guy hosting the class. He said, "Who wants to tell their jokes that they've written, or their one joke that they've written?" And the girl that was the woman that was helping me, she said, "Go tell that white feet joke." I was like, no. So I raised my hand. I went up there, and it landed.
Nice.
And that sparked off everything.
Yeah.
That sparked off everything. I was like, holy crap, I could really do this, Ben. It was like, you can do this. And I took a full course now at this point, and I was one of the funniest in the class. And I've been doing comedy ever since, been a comedian ever since.
Nice. Yeah, it's a weird world, and welcome to it. You just headlined a show. We got you headlining another show in a couple days.
Thank you for bringing me on. Appreciate it.
You've been invited to headline another show if we can find you on the schedule. So
thank you.
And that's, I don't want to talk. We're across the street from Crooked Lane Brewing, which we've been doing shows there. This will be our 10th season. No big deal. No feat to fill. Mikey Winfield's headlined that. J.R. de Guzman, Taylor Tomlinson has headlined that.
Taylor
show.
Tomlinson? Wow.
Yeah.
That's big
So
time.
it's when they say like you should come headline this. Amy Miller, like so many people have done that show.
That's awesome. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for sure. Thank you for bringing me on.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I saw his headliner. I was like, this is dope. Okay, I appreciate it. You know. So
the fact that there was, and that wasn't me scouting. There was somebody else like, hey, you should have him come up here, right?
Yeah.
So
thank you.
And they know what the quality of that show is. So
yeah,
that speaks a lot, I think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's huge. That's a huge honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of shoes to fill. It's gonna be tough. But
it's hard shoes to fill, but I'm gonna fill them.
Yeah.
With my white feet.
Yeah. Now, which are big.
They are big.
They're
white
not.
feet,
Yeah.
yes. They're not small white feet. That's very important, folks.
It's very important. You should
they're
make
large.
sure we're
they're
clear
large
about
feet.
it. Yeah.
They're white, but they're not small.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So your goal, game show. You've done reality TV.
I've done reality
You're finding
TV.
all the ways, like, because I think the way that game show hosts used to come about before was like, they were on radio or they were, and it's like VJs in the 90s, but those jobs don't exist anymore, right?
They don't.
So how do you find your white foot in?
Yes. How do you get your white foot in the door?
Yeah.
So that was a great point about VJs and DJs on the radio, former reporters like myself.
Yeah.
It was like a natural growth if that's what you wanted to do. So, well, the reality show I did was The Bachelorette. I know people are probably gonna be like, what reality show? It was The Bachelorette. I did do that for love, and we're in Sacramento where Claire Crawley was the Bachelorette, first time being in her city, and I did do that for love. I did do that genuinely. It wasn't to boost my career, but obviously, of course, eyeballs can help. But aside from that, what I've done is, number one, I put myself in a position to win. I was a former television reporter covering hard news, which is like the serious stuff, crime, politics, weather events like hurricane. I covered all that. I moved to LA. That's the first step.
Yeah.
Be where the opportunities are. The first step is being close to where the things are. Number one. Number two, networking. Who do you need to talk to? Who do you need to connect with? I have 2 hosting jobs. I work for one of the local TV stations in LA. I do some of their like local business and entertainment coverage. And then I also do hosting work for Cinemark Theaters.
Okay.
Doing press junkets, sitting down and interviewing the cast of movies. And so I do have really two really cool hosting jobs.
Yeah.
But to get to that next level of like game shows and all that stuff, number 3, the thing I'm doing is comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy is helping me with hosting, and being a better host is helping me get new opportunities. You can host comedy shows, so now you're hosting that way as well. So I'm getting my name out there, my face out there doing comedy. The sort of the last thing I'm doing is building a social media footprint. Building your brand on social media. Really hard. It's not easy to grow on social media. It's really tough, but that's what I'm doing my best at. And then another thing is creating your own. Yeah. You don't have to wait anymore to do your own thing. I can start a game show today with my cell phone.
Right.
I don't need to have the game show network hire me, or CBS or Paramount or Sony or whomever.
Yeah.
I can create my own game show, and that's what I'm doing. I'm creating a comedy dating show in LA where I'll be able to find the daters. I'll be able to put the show together, host it. So now I'm a host, I'm a comedian, producer, all in one, and it's great. And I'm so excited about it because I'm creating my own dream job.
Right. Yeah. The nice part is it's hard to get into the system, but you can also operate outside the system and still find success through that. And then they might come to you, but you don't. At that point, you have more leverage. You're like, I don't need you. I found my way into this myself. I'm sustaining.
Right.
And
Yep.
And that's like, that is one positive part, that the barrier to entry is lower, but it's harder to find a foothold.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's kind of finding that magic something, and you just need one.
You just need one.
And then
and you need that thing that hits.
Yeah.
And like you said, if this game show blows up, or not game show, dating show blows up, maybe I'll be asked to do a traditional dating show, game show. There's this black YouTube dating show called Pop the Balloon, and it has become extremely popular. Mm-hmm. And the host and her husband, who's a producer, they just created a Netflix version.
Yeah.
And she's not the host of the Netflix version. They brought on a more famous host, right? Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They brought on a more famous host, but I think her and her husband are like producers of it, so they're getting that Netflix money.
Right. Yeah.
Because they created their own black dating show.
Yeah.
Netflix wasn't going to ask them to create a dating show.
No, but they saw a product that was marketable. Yes. Because that's the one where they're like, if you don't like this thing, you pop the balloon, let them know you're out or whatever.
Yes, yep, pop it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that one. Yeah. And I don't even watch dating shows.
Yeah. Exactly. It's that popular.
Yeah.
That it's hard to not see it.
Yeah.
It's hard to not know it exists.
When you see it, you're like, okay, and it sticks. It's sticky.
Right. Just like The Bachelorette. Not everybody watches it, but they know about it. You heard about it, damn it. Pop the balloon. You might not have watched it, but you know it exists.
And it's explained, you're like, well, it's a dating. As soon as you say it's Pop the Balloon and it's a dating game, you're like, I know what it is.
Exactly.
That's good. I like that. Yes. I would be interested in watching that, or I'm not. Whatever. But you know what it is. It sells. It sells.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's important to find those, like, I'm in or I'm out. Those are like, they're such a blessing to have. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know I said earlier you just need one. That's not always true.
Just need one.
Just need one to pop, and then you're like, but sometimes you need a few to pop, and that's
true.
A bit of, like, I was thinking, like, I've got $1 million idea. All I need is 8 more, and I'll be fine.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, a lot of people are stunted by all the ideas they have. That's what's been going on with me is I have a million ideas for social media. I have a million ideas for shows, and you almost get stuck because you never decide on what to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in a place now where I'm trying to decide like, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So
sit down and be like, this is it.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah. You gave yourself option paralysis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Crazy, dude.
Yeah. No. And it's so. Yeah, I could see how that would happen because I'm like, oh, I could do, or I could, and then you just end up doing nothing.
You end up doing nothing.
And you're just like, well, what did I do? I mean, my barrier is like, I don't want to take the financial risk of it failing, right? Like that's my like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling, you know?
Yes.
Especially right now, I got a house, got a kid. I'm like, I can't take that risk, right? Like that's like, that it doesn't just affect me anymore.
Right.
And like, now I'm kind of mad I didn't do that stuff younger, you know?
Yeah.
If I had just taken a few more risks.
Yeah. I hear that.
But you know, the day will come again, you know, where you can do it.
Will.
Yeah.
And you, like you said, you have something bigger than yourself. You have a daughter, you have a house, and so those are priorities. I will say that I'm getting a lot of inspiration from people who are funding the projects. Like I had the same mindset as you. I was like, man, how do I fund this comedy dating show? I got to pay for the venue. I got to pay, you know, I want to have like a co-host. I got to pay the co-host. I got to pay. I got a producer. I want to pay.
You got a crew.
I got a DJ. You know, it's like there's so many a videographer to film it because it's going to be a YouTube dating show. Yeah. So it's like I got so much, but like you can get funding. You know, crowdfunding. You can get people to fund it.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine just funded a documentary about her grandmother.
Yeah.
We don't know her grandmother, or like her grandmother's not a famous person.
Right.
You know, her grandmother's just a regular person that I'm sure was an amazing person.
Yeah. And had something interesting.
And it has an interesting story.
Yeah.
But there's not that celebrity aspect of your grandmother being someone famous.
Yeah.
And she still overfunded her documentary. She was able to get more funding than what she needed, and she was posting updates. Like, this is what I need. You know,
it's like there's still time to buy in.
Exactly.
And we can make this better. We can make this bigger. We can make it broader. We can do, and this is what that additional money goes to, and you can explain it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't like any of that. I'm also not good at tasking. I don't like to let people do things for me. So that's a me thing.
Right.
That's a me thing. I'm like, no. I got to do it because I know how I want. Like people have offered to edit this podcast. I'm like, I'm not. You'll cut the stuff I don't want you to cut, and you'll leave the stuff I don't want you to leave.
Right.
Like I can't do it.
I got to do it myself.
Yeah. I got to do it. Sorry.
Man, bless your heart for having 9 years doing a podcast where you do all the editing. You are a Superman, my friend, because podcast editing has got to be the worst thing to do in the world, dude.
This is gonna be the easiest thing I ever do.
Okay.
I'm gonna when we're done, I'm gonna hit stop, and I'm just gonna add ad breaks, and that's
that's it.
I'm gonna even up the audio, obviously, but like
so you don't do too much editing.
This is why I drink. I do not do a lot of editing. Right. My previous podcast, there was a lot of editing.
Right.
This one has so far required me to do almost none.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't think I've cut a second from the time I hit record.
Dude, that makes life so easy.
Yeah.
Makes life so easy.
It's done. I gotta grab these cameras. And I gotta get the stuff up. That takes forever. And I gotta line them up. That takes forever. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
I'm also not a video guy. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm like learning.
Well, after this, I'm gonna say, hey, take this out, take that out, take that out.
Yeah,
make 10 cuts. No, I'm kidding. Everything's good.
I used to be. I'm like, look, I'll cut it. You don't want it? It's done. But I don't typically drive people to say things they shouldn't. They would be like, nah. I've had people announce things before they're supposed to. I'm like, that's reasonable. Tell me to cut that. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm like, or we could break it. We could break it right here. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you wanted to tell all of your loyal fans and newfound fans?
Ooh, I'm appreciative of the newfound fans of the Taste Drink
Cheers
show.
To you.
Yeah,
God,
cheers.
third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
I hit the table 3 times.
It's all gone pretty much.
Yeah.
Get in there.
You got more than I do. You got to work on this.
I'll just say, give me a follow at Garin Flowers on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Garin Flowers. You're seeing me before the big blow up, and so I'm just the normal guy now, just doing my thing, working hard, pursuing my dreams, and I love finding people along that journey to grow together. And so you're seeing me at a point now where I've done some really cool things in my life, but nowhere near where I want to be, and eventually I'll get there. So that's all I'll say.
Hell yeah. And for me, you can find me across social media at BarleyMePod, BarleyMePod.com. I want to thank Auburn Thai Garden, New Boon Calm for having us here to drink these delicious Thai iced teas.
They were fire.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was delicious. Yeah, it was great, dude.
Yeah. I'm not an iced tea guy, but I'll drink that.
Right. A Thai iced tea is different than an iced tea. Thai iced tea's got that extra sauce to it.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's milk.
Right. And it's milk, which I didn't know until recently.
Yeah. There's like other flavor profile things getting in there, but
right,
yeah.
Right. And now we're going to have some Thai food, right?
Yeah, we're going to have some Thai food.
Great.
But we're not going to eat it on camera because I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that to you. Yeah. But again, thank you for Auburn Thai Garden for doing that. Garin Flowers. Give him his flowers. This is Why I Drink with Ben Rice.